that Swan had. Beautiful Counter-Strike coming out from Detonate. Now moving to the second map, that being Nuke, it is their map pick, so you expect Detonate to come with even more force moving forward.
I would like to think so, right? At least in terms of Davenport, we haven't seen too much from them on Nuke, period. So lots of question marks for this game. But I guess let's associate it back throughout that first game. You mentioned the lack of utility, or oh no way, he just did that. No way. We're having a casual conversation. This guy just did.
You can't squat because if you squat, I gotta squat even further.
No way. Okay, resetting myself. What we ended up seeing in that last game was a bit of that dynamic from Detonate, where it was just first contact, literally just back out immediately, don't give any Fs whatsoever. But it's funny. Davenport, they don't actually react with utility. They react immediately with rotation.
Yeah, it felt like we saw Davenport not necessarily fighting back with utility like you just said. They were kind of peeling away, right? There were a lot of times where they would cut noise, try and sell a fake, but it doesn't work out when, like I mentioned earlier, when your opponent is playing the control perfectly. They fight for control early on in Banana. They fought for early apartments control. They would either continue to take control, and that being sit in cubby with Silas with an MP9 and someone up top with a rifle, or they would set up crossfires towards the top mid side, one towards the arch, one towards lane. It felt like that no matter where Davenport went, there was always going to be a player there to contest, and when you have that in the back of your mind, it takes time to clear things out, and you have to kind of gamble the 50-50s as to which angle you want to fight in.
Yeah, and I think that was mainly Inferno. I think for Nuke, we're going to be seeing a lot more faster takes.
Yep.
Most of the team, they don't even have to be, uncomfortable if they want to go on a default or something. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up? But we don't actually need to worry about like anything crazy from Davenport in terms of the first contacts. No. Now, finally, the rotation dynamic actually comes into play with this map. But, actually, funnily enough, Detonate, what we ended up seeing earlier in terms of picks, I'm so excited to see Swan on that aggressive mentality, on the whole W movement, because his op is just so clean today.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before in the pregame, is that these are two maps that definitely open themselves up to that op play, and right, you have the outside area, you can take it towards ramp. There are a lot of angles that can be super powerful, and it's very difficult to punish an op, a good op as well, that being Swan on a map like Inferno or Nuke. I think more specifically Nuke, because there are just so many like little cubbies that you can tuck into, fight towards the back halls of ramp over towards Hell, tuck back into the ladder, have a player there to support you. How Swan decides to play is going to be one of the deciding factors, I think, if Detonate can. I think we expect them to win out this map, it being their map pick, but if they can keep it clean.
Well, that's if we end up seeing only one single op. We could actually see multiple ops from both of these teams. Of course, it is Nuke. Double op is a little bit more accepted. Yeah. But from what I ended up seeing before with Davenport, Pug used to actually be their main opper. Yeah. But that has completely changed now. But it does seem at least some of their players, they have that opping experience. They have that sniping experience. But in terms of Nuke, we are going to be seeing most of the players from Davenport play a bit like, how do I say this?
Come on, you can do it, buddy.
I'm sure I can. Hold on.
Eso.
Let me come up with a word. Oh, eso! Let's go. Hold on. I need to find out the word. Hold on, I got it. How do they play? They play, can I get a... Okay, this bit is going nowhere. Listen, they play pretty well.
There you go. That's the word.
They play well, but all they have to do is play a little bit more conservatively. What we ended up seeing in terms of utility, Nuke is way more important, dude. Choke points are tighter, nothing open whatsoever. In terms of actual contact, though, that's where outside is going to be a little bit tougher, though. I feel as if the takes that we ended up seeing that were a bit safer are going to be a lot more palatable on Nuke. You need a red carpet. You need a clean way to get your way throughout that offside area, or really just the long avenues that we have in this map. What we need to anticipate is a lot less conflict in the early round and just try to get all even strength in a full pop.
Yeah, and I think that's the important thing for Davenport is, again, we go back to the statement that it didn't feel like that they were able to fight for map control well enough, and when the times when they did, they would instantly peel away. So you look at the side of Detonate, and it's like, okay, we know this team to be aggressive. We know they like to get map control. Now that Davenport, I assume, is going to be starting on that CT side, that, it not being their map pick, you want to start on the CT side. Yeah. You're hoping that from that CT side, from the get-go, they can set the pace, set the tempo, get control early on, like you were talking about, get that outside fight, not lose it early on just to smokes on a cross. And hopefully, with that control, they can manage the map a little bit better. Whereas in Inferno, it felt like they were kind of running a little bit headless.
Yeah, a little bit. I think they were having Davenport, they were getting a little bit effed on, a little bit throughout the end of that game. Detonate, Look, man, if they want to stay on that same tempo that we usually see from these types of games on LAN, I would be okay with a couple tricky shots. But in we go, finally. Pistol round for our second map. And early on, not much of an approach from Detonate. They have most of their players over towards lobby, but that's in anticipation of something cheesy from Davenport.
Yeah, look at the smoke outside that's been tossed by Kojimo. He's going to sit and try and play around it. I mean, there's a lot of players stacked up here. Delta, I think through a smoke, is actually going to find Vivo towards top of heaven, and now Kojimo has to make this rotation happen, but that duel was critical. Arcade not able to buy enough time. He does find a frag pug here to the rescue. Pop Dog, or apologies, Fence has been popped. Swan spinning back around at the perfect moment. It's Davenport that are suddenly in a 1v3.
Yeah, you said it. Swan had to swing back
no.
around. He was on his way out and immediately still tried to take on that fight.
Oh!
Dude, why is Kojo just hitting the sickest shots in a round that he's probably going to lose?
Yeah.
Again, Kojo going in. Still looking good. Still looking tall and handsome.
He's got no idea.
But 11 HP, he's done. And Silas has the angle. First round going back to Detonate. Okay. Okay, dude. I'm excited at least that Detonate didn't just hold W round 1.
No, they
Good
played
sign.
it. They
Good
played it
sign.
a lot smarter. I think we're gonna see it if they start to dominate like they did in the first map. But at least to kick things off, shouldn't be that W key mentality. And you see already they're buying up heavy rifles. They want to ensure themselves that they get a really nice clean start here. Davenport's buying up a little bit. They're gonna look to take it eco in this next one if they do end up losing it. Now Detonate, on the other hand, taking things slow. Again, using Molotovs to clear out close corners. They know it's a pistol round, so that molly to prevent them from pushing into Hut. Slow-mo fighting with this 5-7 is going to fall to Suitor. Silas with a chance to cross, but his back is turned. They've got the info, but they can't do anything about it. Silas here to the rescue to help out his team, and well, it's big control here for Detonate.
They know one player's backside, but double swing from heaven actually could help. Silas literally just trying to swing the corner to just allow the rest of his teammates to make their way out of Squeaky. They were having such trouble with Arcade in the corner that they were forced to swing, but now Kojo with that USP can't exactly do much. Awkward, at least early on out of Squeaky. Let's see how Davenport actually wants to take this, because some of their players actually don't have an optimal amount of economy.
They don't really.
Yeah, look at this, dude. They invested way too early on the op.
Yeah, Kojimo going solo op in the third round where the rest of his team is only going to have Eagle. So this is one of those rounds where you kind of hope that Kojimo doesn't go down. You need him to come up big, but a lovely execution. A deep molly to help force that player out of garage. And you see the player top Hut, or Silas now dropping low. But there's a player that's already wrapping through. Swan is straight through these back lines, and well, they have absolutely no idea. His presence here alone should be enough to pull players back and cause huge confusion.
Oh, no way. Arcade was full blind. Arcade was full blind when he ended up first getting into that interaction. Yes, he stayed alive after taking down Swan, but in comes Kojo. Couple shots in, and there you go. That's why he bought the op. Oh my God!
Kojo!
Oh, Kojo. Why do we ever doubt this guy? 4 easy kills for Kojo, and Davenport have their first round back.
Well, you know, I was hoping that just the presence from Swan would have been enough to pull players around, but the only issue is Detonate with the distraction. They don't exec off of that kind of play. Swan draws attention back out towards outside. Kojo was distracted for a second, and once Swan goes down, they make that exec and full attention pivots back, but we see a huge outside fight. This is the op battle I was talking about, and Swan alongside Silas are going to try and get something done. Now here's the op battle that we were looking for. Kojimo will find the first blood. He's got a chance for another. The player drops, and there goes Ghosty's HP. And I love this from Kojo. Instantly backs away as he doesn't want to overinvest into that fight.
No, Swan missed out on his shot. And now Kojo, all chilling, all private. The rest of the team, though, not taking on too much action. Usually at this point, we would see a contact from Detonate over in lobby, but they're still staying quite quiet over in that area. It's actually doubling back, but that's actually a pretty decent fake. Just someone running back over towards their spawn. This actually leaves Ghosty a bit on his lonesome.
Yeah, but I think he made the reload noise. Now he's definitely tossed out of smoke. So they 100% know that Ghosty is there. Kojimo's still holding in case. They know that so far nobody can drop down the vents. Nobody can work down towards ramp because Pug is in that position deep towards trophy room. Now Arcade up top, a perfect angle. And with Ghosty, who fell off earlier at 58 HP. Should be a good kill as Arcade takes it, but he does get dinked down. It's not too bad, and Delta's going to be able to take space, knowing that that player is now forced off of Hut. But they've got still 2 players to battle against a boost going up, a volley going in as well, out from underneath the fence as well. Davenport take their time. They walk on through. They crunch them back in towards Squeaky Door, and there's a tied score line.
Such a sick molly and an even better swing at the same time. You molly out Squeaky, you get a guy on the flank. He ends up taking down 2 players that were trying to go back. Decent idea. Could have been just decent timing too, but Detonate having a couple issues even finding some sort of way back in, and it wasn't even because of util. Timing just not going in their favor, and now Davenport, for the first time in really a very long time, we end up seeing them against some pistols and an anti-eco. Detonate, I don't think they're really... Yeah, okay. They're antsy to go. They're finally trying to go out onto A.
Yeah, they've got 1 flash, that being in the hands of Swan. They're just looking to make a pop flash play out towards it. For now, though, Davenport, they sit and they wait. Bebo, the only one here. Flash comes in, and out they go. But, oh, Delta got to spin back for one. Thankfully, Soma was up top. Decent kills, decent trades, but I think overall, we knew this was going to go the way of Davenport as Kojo up top. The sniper in heaven leaves it on to just Swan and Steven's the one that tossed the flash, and it's a nice, simple round for Davenport. Losing 2 in the process hurts a tiny bit, but it's not going to do too much.
It's not going to hurt them all that much. It does though, because they just reinvested just in the round before it. I see them going down. We still have the rifle round. Back for Detonate going into the next round. What we ended up seeing from Davenport, don't think will be the same though. Way more options over and outside for them this time, and an early ramp approach. Detonate now, they're the ones that might get trapped.
Yeah, Arcade in a perfect position as well to get that information. Silas has got this flash line up to pop in towards the A-bomb site, and well, they're not going to be able to exec off of it. Go see a little bit late to the party as Bebo sitting around this corner trying to hold it back, but it's nice 2 entries that come into play. Kojo, we know him to be the sniper in heaven, but he needs to go big here. 3 versus 4 on the middle of the A-bomb site. Bomb is now going to go down here, and Plug still up towards the top. Arcade has been playing outside this whole time, and they're evening the numbers out as we go back to a 2v2.
Yeah, great from Pug, and he's still going to go down. 1 player in the middle of sight. Is that Kojo? He tried to no-scope in the middle of sight, and now it's a 1v1. Silas has the angle, and Kojo has the shot, but it's through the box.
A slight tag, that could have been it. If he flicks up just like a hair more, that would have been the round there. Straight in the bag for Davenport. Detonate. That's the exit you want to see. You want to be able to work off your utility. We didn't see it in that one play where Swan had the flank all the way outside, but in this one here, Detonate had the perfect moment to strike. They had the opportunity off of that flashbang from I think it was Silas, working their way out. The swing goes in, and it's a lovely trades all throughout. So 3-3, we have a little bit of a pause here as I think this is the moment where you were talking about Davenport. It's not the best. They still have enough credit, or cash for at least Kojimo to buy up here the op, and then the rest we're going to have to work with M4s. And Detonate on the other side, plenty of cash to work with here as well, as the AK is being pulled out, obviously, from the last round. Losing 4 players makes it a little bit more difficult nonetheless.
I love how when you say credits, when you said credits, our producer just goes back and say, "What did he say?"
Had to happen at some point.
See, we were talking about this in the car earlier, just like, how many times are we actually going to mention like different terms, get them mixed up? Hopefully not too much, folks, but you guys are watching the B stream. Welcome on back in, folks. The pause is over. The tack is done. Detonate. Oh, man, I'm still trying to watch out how they even want to approach the outside area. They've been going lobby essentially exclusively in the last few rounds, except for 1 lurker. But now look at this. Total 180. It's a full outside exec.
Yeah, early aggression here, though, for Kojomo is going to give them the nice information that the play is headed towards outside. A lobby crunch as well. As Slow-Mo looking to get deep in towards enemy lines. He's got an opportunity to flank, but the timing not in his favor. It's all about delay. That is a great Molotov. It gives more of a chance here for Slow-Mo to strike, but Arcade has got to lock it down. Slow-Mo's found 1. He's got to go big. Arcade only with 1 for the 4v3. And now Suitor taking space down and towards the hallway. There's still a plan of contact. It's Silas not ready. 4v2, and it's looking good here for the rest of Davenport.
Real damn good, but Kojo, he smokes himself off, and he's able to bounce. Everyone is safe. Pug gets another kill. And what a turnaround for Davenport. It's all just a breakdown from Detonate, but I mean, it's everything that Davenport University really wanted. I was wondering why Detonate didn't go outside. but purely because Davenport, they had the right answers for that take.
Full eco now here for Detonate, and it's great news for Davenport. They're feeling the confidence, I think, a lot more, at least on this second map. Of course, this map being a little bit more CT-sided, but still, the confidence to take aggressive takes like that, get that early information and play off of that is perfect. Arcade already going to kick us off with one down towards lower. It's a solid start. Our apologies, outside. Bomb will go down here, so not the worst situation here for the side of Detonate. Swan going to look to try and take a fight early on with a P250, but it's difficult, right? You only have 3 players left, all 5 still standing.
Nobody
Bomb will
inside.
be defused here definitely in a second as Detonate. Oh, no! I thought they were on the same team.
Yes.
I literally thought they were on the same team.
An eye for an eye, Sully. There's your chance. With a knife to the back and ramp completely open. Davenport now in the middle of site with 3. Oh, hello, Swan! No! Swan couldn't get any of those headshots, but Ghosty's still holding it down. How is Ghosty holding it down?
There's no shot.
No
shot.
Slow-mo,
no shot.
option. How do they ever win that?
It's a knife. It's a knife kill. Knife gets the rifle. Pivot back towards ramp where you no longer have that control. You pull a player away. Swan takes the peek and a player slings. That is...
Sheesh.
We move on. GG, go next.
GG, go next. I don't think Davenport University can even think about next. They have to think about next
round, because now they're on an eco here. Deagle bought up for Arcade and a deep smoke going out towards outside. That'll allow the outside cross, but for now, Detonate taking things slow. A little bit of progression here from Silas, as this is a round we expect to go very one-sidedly as Detonate. Better rifles, better chance. Working slowly but surely. Slow-mo up close with the USP. You know, you need a double ding here. You need one double ding, or you get sprayed down. One of the two.
Devo actually has 3, by the way, HP.
I love the panic spray. While he comes in, oh shoot, I'm dead.
Oh. Pug. In a high tense situation, but not exactly breaking under pressure like you said earlier. He's still able to get 3 out of that situation. So even if Davenport loses this round, it just kind of sucks for Detonate. Let's see what actually happens then. Bomb needs to go down. Their economy is still trash. Around the corner,
Trade.
Kojo gets another kill. And hello, Pug! No!
He takes a shot!
Pug! He thought about it. Didn't end up going out. Swan now has the angle. It's 100 HP left for him. Pug, he might be able to waltz his way into sight, and indeed he is, as Swan is behind these double doors. Winning out for the opportunity. No actual defuse from Pug. Out goes the door, and out goes the shot from Swan. Well done from Swan. What's Sully? You gotta tell me, dude. Detonate did not deserve to lose 4 players in that sort of round.
No, not at all. I mean, it's miracle rifles that are being picked up by players on eco. His last round, obviously, it was Pug in that situation. He comes up huge. Ghosty in the last, getting that knife kill, and then the rifle thereafter. Detonate. It's a rough round there, but it's not the worst. I think the best, or at least the silver lining, is Swan saves that up. You're going to at least have enough money to rebuy back into these full rifles, where you look on the Davenport side, economy is abysmal. And this is a CT side, a map at least more traditionally. Detonate, not in full control, but starting to pull ahead a little bit. You lose this round here, Davenport. You give a 6 to Detonate, possibly a 7th given your economic situation. It's rough standing here at the moment, but a little bit of time to sort things out for Davenport, and I think at this point in time, you need to try and put a stop to that aggression that we've seen over and over coming out from Detonate.
And it's a little bit unorthodox how they're even approaching some of these rounds, because I was starting to get a little bit worried from the lack of outside contact, but the way that they end up fighting outside is almost too safe in the way that they want to approach, per se, like an A take or a ramp take, if they even want to go for that, because they just simply haven't. What we're seeing from Detonate is just potentially a little bit overutilized or over-utility. We're seeing smokes in places that don't really need to be had, flashes that aren't being effective, and at this point, we need to see Detonate back on a one-track mind, keep their players in one circle.
Yeah, lots of smokes going out, allowing for this cross towards outside. Delta checking towards back red. The smoke doesn't fully connect, and it gives a little bit of space here for them to make that cross. They're actually wrapping back inwards. They smoke out garage here, and we'll go see. We saw this in one round where Swan wanted to get aggressive. That's a beautifully timed smoke, and Swan is able to collect upon it through the glass as well. 4v3 as Delta 9 able to collect upon another. We see a little bit of re-aggression here, a peek towards those secret stairs, but Slow-Mo, he is alone. He's isolated. He needs to pivot back and help out his team, and the only way he can do that is by himself.
Oh, Slow-Mo. There goes the spray. Somebody knew that he was there. Either that or a very good organized effort to try to take him down. And even then, still the round back for Detonate. It's what we expected. Oh, man. It's another one for Davenport. Sully, I thought things were going well for Davenport this half.
Yeah, you know, it was, but the key word is it was.
It was.
It was, and now they're on another eco round. Detonate
was.
Still with plenty of money to continue to buy out. I mean, they're basically set for the rest of this half. 7K for Swan. Kojomo only has a P250, and well, with the smokes, I should say, right in his face, there's going to be no room for him to find a frag. Delta 9 is watching this lurk. He's going to find a nice triple spray down. 30 bullets, 3 kills, 10 apiece, and well, that should be the round here. 7 on the board for Detonate, but there are still 2 players here looking for a little bit of damage, but like I said earlier, not much is going to come economically.
See, that play from D9 is why you get here to the venue 1 hour early, so you can good stuff from D9. Good stuff. Hello, Pug. Only going to be able to get one over in back rafters. Detonate doing just fine on economy for at least the next 3 rounds. I'm not going to say for the rest of the half. Oi, Davenport, what are we going to do about you? How can they even treat out this next round? Detonate, making them look like a little bit of a fool on the last time that they ended up going outside. So Davenport, they need more contact at this point. They need more recon.
Yeah, Detonate, they're again going to do the same smoke setup here. And Davenport, how do you counter against that? Instead, it's actually the outside garage smoke. It's Kojomo hopping down. Not sure if he's going to get spotted out here just yet, but he is nervous. And I mean, this is a little bit of a struggle fest here from Davenport. The molly goes in, but the burst is ready to pop here, and it's only Pug. No players here just yet to support us. He's got to fight this alone. No players for that swing, and 2 angles to pivot. That's the difficulties. Swinging between basically a 45-degree angle. He goes down, and well, that's the B site almost in full control, if not for Kojomo.
Oh, Kojo still going, oh, he had the perfect angle up on stairs, up on window. D9 still takes him down. Silas with another big one, 2v3. Bebo and Slow-Mo completely disconnected.
Oh, what was
D9! What a reaction! See, I told you. He showed up early.
Yeah, he showed up early to warm up.
What was that, dude? Big round from Detonate back, and it's yet another one of those unfortunate reset scenarios here in Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Another eco. I think this is the time to call attack pause. I mean, Davenport, what's the play here? Detonate. I love this. They set the precedent very early on that outside control was going to be there almost every single round. And well, every time they throw those smokes down, it pulls players away, allows rotations to go towards the opposite side of the map. And in that instance, pulling players to the farthest location away, back from that B bomb side. You work back in towards rim to get that control. Detonate. Expected nothing less here, and it took a little bit to get it going, but now they've got momentum, and now Davenport have another eco round. It feels like you said, it's the horrendous cycle. Lose a round, you're back another eco. Well, you can't keep this going, and half is about to end.
Again, deja vu just from that first game. Again, Detonate just showing that there's a reason why there's a split between main and advanced. But in we go, over towards outside. Double smokes, one of them actually hitting up on secret. Triple smokes, okay. So they're actually looking to hit up outside. And indeed they are. Going right through Mini. That
yeah, there it is.
Sucks, dude.
I was going to say.
The 2-man rotation ends up breaking down in the vent, but Arcade's still living. Was only able to get one by the very end there. Suitor actually from the side. Bebo, kind of surprising that he didn't just go in and try to help his teammate. Like, throw it out there. Go up the stairs. Swing out or something.
It's an unbelievable setup from Detonate. I love the last second call in the sense that you toss out those double smokes. Obviously, the presence is shown, right? Guaranteed 2 players are going towards that outside, or at least the focus is, a Molly as well. But then you know you mess up the smoke, and there's a Molotov there. Throwing the smoke on the fly actually signifies that there are players outside, and that's why we saw that early rotation from Davenport. Detonate say, hey, they now know we're going, let's rework back in towards the garage, and well, it worked out perfectly. Davenport University, 9-4. 2 rounds left to play, and Kojomo is going to look for something. As Swan is going to take first blood here. They are actually committing outside this time.
Yes, and Kojo is going to have a lineup. Getsu has 2 more for himself. There you go, Kojo! Colada from Kojo to close out the round of 4K from the man. That's the spot that he's been looking for all half. And finally he gets his opportunity for him. Kojo, how does his team have 5 rounds and he
has 21 kills.
And he has 21 kills! How is this even possible, Kojo? What a game, dude.
Oh my goodness, this guy, he's playing lights out. I mean, that's the difference an op can make. That is the difference in Kojo.
Nuke dip, op dip.
Unbelievable so far. Silas looking for that early strike. They're just going straight out of Hudson. Well, it's a murder. 3 kills for Bebo as they're looking to recover in the 2 versus 1. Swan still with that op, and well, there's a player towards top heaven that they're going to molly out and force that swing or force to back away, but smoked himself off. Kojo tossing out the pop flash, looking for that swing. It's 1 player to peek, and still Suitor on low HP. He's dancing around this corner. Boggs and Law still not in play just yet. As it leaves Swan 1v2. He's gone down the vents and out towards the B bombs. Like, this is unbelievably winnable if you can get the plane on the right spot.
Oh, surely he can.
That's
I think he
lovely.
heard. I think he heard both. He heard a couple footsteps. Out goes the squeaky door. Both coming out from the angle. Swan still holding up the cross. He has no idea if there's someone stairs. There could easily be someone there. It's just the cross that Swan has to deal with. No smokes. The first shot ends up missing. Swan still has the bomb in front of him. A couple of shots in, and Kojo through the window says hello to Swan, and in his 1v1 op duel. Well, the score is a nice little 6-9. How about that for a half? Davenport shutting me up.
Yeah, Kojimo to come to the rescue. I feel like he was the main reason that they really stood a chance at 23 kills leading the server. Davenport have a lot of work to do here in this second half. Keep in mind, this is a CT-sided map, so with Detonate now switching back over, you're expecting a lot more lethality from them, right? The aggression we saw in Inferno, does that come out here again here on the CT side? I'm expecting it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I expect it. I'm just expecting more battles now, just more 1v1s between Kojo and Swan. If these two still play up that same dynamic as they did in the first half, a.k.a. both like to play outside, oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. This is getting fun now. This is only map number 2, folks. For those that are tuned in, yes, this is Fragadelphia 15. It's Detonate facing off against Davenport University. And yes, you read that correctly. This is a collegiate team playing up here in Fragadelphia, but not only just a collegiate team, but a collegiate team currently playing in Maine. The boys have what it takes, but Detonate on the other side, they were the ones looking good throughout the first half. They're the ones up going into the second.
No kits for Detonate at all on this CT side. They're that confident that they can just win out these fights. We still have a smoke and a flashbang ready here on Bebo's hands. Where's the exit coming through? It's a full crunch over towards this trophy room side, and while things go in, fights, blood being splattered. Silas and Swan double S to find these kills and hopping on through looking for the info. Wow, quick and fast. They make it painless at a 9-6 score, and they're looking for 10 here as Ghosty just watching their outside flank.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. He doesn't really need to go back towards side anyways. All 3 of these players actually going back into the middle of the lobby. But by proxy, they just have every single angle. How does Pug and Arcade even want to treat this? P250's out. 1 player early in ramp, but Silas again. Another good kill for him. That's a second for the round, but Arcade has the bomb. They're
both in 1-shot potential as well. Arcade can get this plan. He knows at least where the last 2 are, but with this positioning, Detonate have so much time to try and split up this take. I mean, again, keep in mind, there is no kit available, so if he can play this at time, which he certainly can, Arcade, this could be the 7th round here. This could get them back on track.
Door open, and they know it! Arcade! He's actually able to get Suitor there.
1 shot for both.
Silas down to 33. I don't think that's 1 shot. Arcade needs a bit more, but he just needs the right angle. Silas, no way! He pulls out the smoke. He's still going in. Not even a fake, but out goes the peek from Arcade. Now both are down. Oh, at least a 10 HP. 1 bullet should do it! And Silas goes for the head. Does he have time? Off the 10-second defuse.
Oh my goodness.
I think he does.
No
way! Oh! Detonate! They detonated the bomb! They actually did it!
Last second coming out from Detonate. Davenport, that came so close. And I mean, That's what I said in the beginning. They didn't buy a kit, and it comes down to literal milliseconds to close it out. Davenport with the confidence, 4 kills, the bomb down. They're going to buy it back here, and you're in this position where it feels like the buy, at least for Davenport, is stronger than detonate. We have a, you know, it's not a Counter-Strike land without a warning auto disconnect.
Yeah, the warning auto disconnect in the top right corner. Quite a fun scene, folks. It does seem like either we refresh the server or we're just going to have to...
Or Griffin kicked something on accident. Oh, we're back.
I think he did. I think he literally kicked something.
He plugged something back in the computer. We are back. It's quick, it's fast, and it's again detonate outside getting aggressive to find